Welcome to Leisha Today. So if you guys are interested in learning how to make a shaker magnet and a wooden magnet and a shaker keychain, stay tuned. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into xTool Creative Space and open up a canvas. Then you're going to go over here to shapes. And then you're going to go to animal. And we're going to pick out butterflies. You could do whatever you want, but for this tutorial, I'm going to do butterflies. So I'm going to pick this one right here. And I'm going to pick this one right here. Okay. So I'm just going to make them a little bit bigger so you guys can see them, and then we'll size them accordingly. So I'm going to close this out. So what you want to do is you want to do an outline. So I'm going to take this butterfly and I'm going to go here to outline, and I'm just going to do whatever outline it has it on for the first one. And then I'm going to get rid of this because I don't want that anymore. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this outline, confirm, get rid of that. Okay, so then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make an outline of these. So for this first one, I'm going to do outline. I'm going to make this a little bigger. I'm going to make this a 3, 2, 5. That's kind of big, so let's go back. Outline. So I'm going to make it a 0.25 for the outline for this one, and I'm going to do the same for this. So I'm going to do outline 0.25. Okay, so from here, I'm going to copy each one. So copy, paste. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take that inside piece, I'm going to delete it. Same thing for here. I'm going to highlight them both. Copy, paste. Take this inside one and delete it. So these will be the back pieces. So I'm going to change those to cut. And I'm going to change them to this black color. No, undo. And then I'm going to highlight this one here. And I am going to do subtract at overlap. Do the same for here, highlight both of these, do subtract at overlap. So now it makes these one piece. Okay. So then what you want to do with these, or you want to copy these. So I'm going to do copy, paste, copy, paste. And the reason why I'm showing you two different ones here is because I'm going to show you guys how to make a keychain and a magnet. One of them is going to be a shaker, and then the other one is just going to be like a regular piece. So that's why I have two here. And then I'm going to do one more just to show you just one more different type of design. All right, so you're just going to need 3 pieces for this one. This one is going to be a shaker keychain, or it can be a magnet, whichever one you want to make it. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to take this one, because this one's going to be a done piece. So I'm going to change this to black as well, and I'm going to say this is to be cut. Okay, so this will be the front piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in some little words here just to give it a little spice. But if you don't want to add text and you just want it to be like completely see-through to see whatever you put in here, that's fine. But I just want to add a little bit to it, so I'm just going to put some text. I'm just going to write butterfly. Then I'm going to go up here to the font, and I am going to get this dancing script here. All right, so if you look at it, this is how it would look if it was to be engraved, but in this case, we're going to be cutting it. So then I'm just going to size this down so that I can get it to fit in here. Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight both of these, and I'm going to go up here, and then I'm going to do, unite. So then it makes this whole piece one piece. So if you go to engrave, you'll see that now this is all one piece. So this will be the top piece here. And again, I want this to be cut out. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to turn this to black so I know that it will be cut. Okay, so then we're done with this one. For this one, this is going to be different because in this case, I'm not going to need to put a transparency film on this one because this is just going to be a magnet. So all I want to do for this one is this is going to be the back piece. This is going to be the middle piece. And then I don't need another piece for here because I'm just going to put in my design on top of this one. And then this is just going to be the top part of it. So we're going to delete this one out. So for the magnets, all you need is a back piece, and then like I'll show you the next part where you put your sticker or your design on here, and then you'll put on your topper. So in this case, I want to do the same thing here. I want to add a little bit to this. So I'm just going to go back over here and go to plants to see if there's anything that I can add to this butterfly. Place onto the butterfly. And I'll put one right there, and I'm going to copy it. Paste. And then I'll put another one, say here. And you guys can make the design however you want, but I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm going to just leave it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight both of these pieces, and I'm going to go up here to unite. So now that this part is done, I am going to change the color to black, because the black means I'm going to cut. Okay, so the last thing I want to do here for this one is I want to go ahead and add the keychain portion to this. So the piece I'm going to put the keychain on is going to be that back piece. Circle a 0.5, and then I'm going to do an outline on this circle of a 0.25. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to do subtract that overlap to make it one piece. And then I'm going to take it over here, and I'm just going to size it down because I don't want it to be overly huge. And the position that you want to have it go on, that looks good to me. So I'm just going to highlight both of these pieces, and I'm going to do unite. All right, so now that we have everything together, we're going to go take it to my xTool S1. And what you want to do now is you just want to set up the settings. So I want to do the wood one first. So I'm going to highlight both of these, and I'm going to turn them off. So I'm going to turn the output off. And then I'm going to take these pieces and separate them because they're going to have to be cut into their own individual pieces. So now let's go over to the laser engraver. Okay, so the first one is going to be on this 3mm basswood plywood. I have a piece of scrap that I used, so I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to put the laser over the material, and then I'm going to get the distance measurement. Okay, so I'm going to connect my S1 to my computer. Okay. And then I'm going to get the distance measurement. So I'm going to do this auto measure. This measures the distance from your material to your laser. Then I'm going to hit this mark processing area, rectangle, start marking. And then I'm just going to mark the area that I want to use for my project. So I'm going to get that top left corner. And then I'm just going to go all the way over to the side just to make sure I have more than enough space. And the bottom right corner. I'm going to hit end marking, done. All right, so I have my two pieces that are set to output. I'm going to go over here to user define material, and I'm going to change this to 3mm basswood. Confirm. So they're both already on cut, and I'm going to move them so they fit inside of the area that I marked. So I'm going to go to process, and it says it's going to take about 2 minutes to do it. So I'm going to hit play here. Or I should say I'm going to hit start here. Then you'll just hit this blue button that lights up on your S1 if that's what you're using, and I'm going to turn on my IF2. Okay, so that one is done. All right, so now I have a piece of black acrylic. This is 1/16. So now that this one's done, I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to turn this to off, or turn the output off. And then I'm going to get these pieces. So I need 1, 2. All right, so then in this case, I'm going to go up here to the material, and I'm going to change it to this 3mm black acrylic. So I'm just going to double check that they're all set to output. They're not, so I'm going to change it to output. They're all set to cut. They all are on the 3mm black acrylic. All right, so we're all done with those pieces. So let's see. So then we have the back and the middle and the top for that one. And then we have the back. Well, it looks like the words came out of this one. Let me see. All right, so it looks like that one was too thin of font. Maybe because also it's on the smaller side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break out these letters. All right, so I got those letters out. So that sucks, but it's okay. Just make sure you just test out your different fonts or whatever you're going to put in, just to make sure that it will work on whatever size you have. But we can keep going with this video, so that's okay. All right, so the next thing you want to do is you want to get your cut file for your sticker cutout. So you can do this one of two ways. You can make your cut file here, which I'm going to show you, or you can cut it out by hand. Since this one's a more simpler shape, I'll show you how to cut out the transparency film by hand and the piece of sticker paper. But for the rest, I'm going to use the SVG file. Okay, so I'm going to need this one. So basically all the back pieces. I'm going to do copy. I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to go up here to canvas, and I'm going to add a canvas. And then on this second canvas, I'm going to paste the ones that I want to cut out. What I want to do is make a canvas for each one of the SGVs that you want to do. You want them to be individuals. So for each one, I'm just going to make SVG. So I'm going to go here, File, Export as an SVG into Cricut, and I'm going to upload the images. So I'm going to go Browse, Square. Now that I have them all sized, print out your design on your sticker paper, and then get your transparent sticker paper to put over the top to protect your design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece. I just folded it back a little bit so I can do the start of the lamination on the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to take this tool. I'm just going to flatten it just to make sure I'm getting out any air bubbles. All right, so then I have my sticker paper here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on one of these mats that I got. So once they're done, you can just pull them apart on here. Okay, and then you'll get your transparency film, and then you'll do the same process on the Cricut as you did with your sticker paper. All right, so I did the same process for the transparency film. So I have both those pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so then if you wanted to cut out your sticker paper and or your transparency paper without having a cutting machine, then you would just take whatever your backing material is. You'll put it on your, say, clear sticker sheet, or I should say the clear transparency film, and then you'll trace it with this pen. And then you'll go ahead and you can cut it out with the scissors. So that will be the same type of process. You'll get the same thing, but I feel like it's just quicker to do it if you have a cutting machine. All right, so let's move on to the next part. So now we're gonna piece everything together. So the first one I wanna do is the butterfly magnet. So in this case, all you really have to do, like if you're okay with just cutting it out and then having your magnet be like this, I feel like this will be super cute. You don't have to really add anything else to it. Just put your magnet piece on the back. Or I should say your adhesive magnetic strip, or you can glue one on to the back. And then you can just color this, and then that could just be your magnet itself. But let's go ahead and add the sticker paper to it. So this one already has sticker. So if you just print it on a regular piece of paper, then you'll just have to glue it on. But I feel like it's faster to just do it with this. So I'm just going to stick this on. I'm going to keep going, and we're going to put this piece on the top. So I'm just going to glue this piece on. I'm just going to use some glue wall, and I'm going to glue it together. A bit of glue. I'm just dotting it on in different spots, and that looks good to me. And then I'm going to pop that on top of there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the little cover sheets for the black acrylic. So I'm just going to do one side for right now. I'm going to then put on this sticker piece here. All right, so I took the cover off that piece, and I'm just going to do the same exact thing. This one was supposed to be a little different from the other one. So for this one, I'm going to use this type of glue just to see if one works better than the other. All right, so this one's pretty much dry. So while we wait for the other ones to dry, I just want to show you guys how to put a magnet on. So I have a magnet to where you can have an adhesive, stick it on the back, or just one where you can just glue it on of whatever your magnet is, so you can cut it into the same shape if you want to, but I just didn't want to do that in this video. I just wanted to show you guys real quickly how you can do it. All right, that looks cute. So let me take it over to the fridge and let's see how it works. I know it's not dry yet, but I just want to see like if it'll stick. All right, moment of truth. And it sticks. Oh, that's cute. All right, cool. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is I got some baby oil here and some glitter, and I just put it in the cup just to make sure that it was going to move around. And so I'm just going to pour that into here, and I'm not going to fill it up too far. All right. I just wanted to mention too that there's also other glues out there. So if you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys try this out, let me know what glue that you guys think works best. I'll let you know how they hold up between the two after I have them for a while. But I just wanted to show you guys because these are the ones that I have on hand. So I'm just going to put this film on top of here. All right, so I colored this one. But I wanted to show you guys the last part that you need to do is just put your top piece on for each one. All right, so these are the finished products. So this is that bigger magnet. So it looks like for the glue all, I don't like how you can see it still after it's done drying. I'm going to check it back tomorrow to see if it clears up once it's dry a little bit more. But that is super cute. And then here's the keychain right here. This has that clear glue on it. And that looks good too. So I'll let you guys know maybe in a future video if it has leaked out or not. And it looks like they just both need to be filled a little bit more because there's not that much in there. I would want it to be a little bit fuller, but I think it looks cute. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Stay blessed.